everyone, welcome to this update video. I really hope you're doing well this morning. Now we're going to be talking about exactly what I've highlighted in the title and the thumbnail, another potential flood event for parts of the Caribbean, this time the Northern Caribbean. Well, I believe it was in Northern Caribbean last time as well, but yeah, flooding is certainly going to be possible today and tomorrow, so we're going to get straight into that. But before I do, here is the question of the day. So your question for today is, on which continent is the largest desert found? So there are 7 continents. There's North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and Antarctica. So on one of those continents is the largest desert. Which is it? Save your answer. You'll know if you're correct later in the video, but let's get on with the weather update because I know you may be here for that. So as we look at the satellite imagery of the North Atlantic, looking back, we can see this airflow pressure churning offshore the eastern United States and the tail of it extending pretty far south. And then off Africa, we can see that blob of some convection, so that's getting more active, and it will continue to get active, especially as we head into May and eventually hurricane season. Northern South America is also pretty active, as we can see this morning, and heading to the Caribbean, there is that dust around, even for parts of Northern South America as well. There is some dust around, and that forecast has really come to fruition. So it's moving through, but the good news is that it will be improving. The quantity of it is going to be decreasing as we head into the end of the week. But as it relates to rainfall, cloud cover across the region, as of right now, there is nothing too significant, although that could be a very different story, especially this evening and tomorrow evening or afternoon for parts of Hispaniola. So that would include Haiti and the Dominican Republic. We'll talk more about it momentarily. And a part of the Bahamas is cut off, but from what we can see, much is not happening, nor is much expected today for these areas. Let's head on to the rainfall forecast, and here we can see it. So the Florida Peninsula, much of the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, unlikely to experience any major rain today, but there could be some showers around for parts of the southern Bahamas, sections of central and western Cuba, even some spots in Jamaica, especially eastern parishes, but the rainfall activity is unlikely to be very widespread today. As we look at the Cayman Islands, not seeing any colorful shadings around, so it's likely to be on the quieter side. Same thing as we head to the Yucatan, which would include parts of Mexico, northern Belize, and even parts of northern Guatemala. We see some color really start kicking in for parts of Honduras, the Bay Islands, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and especially Costa Rica and Panama. So there could be some periods of heavy rain, and that could trigger flooding. For the Colombian Islands, San Andres, Providencia, much not expected today. But as we head to Colombia itself, it gets very colorful, even some shadings of purples popping up to 2.5-3 inches of rain at max as we head through today, which is nothing surprising to see. And then we've got southern Venezuela and the southern part of the Guyanas as well. Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana. There could be some periods of heavy rain as we head through today. That rainfall chance is pretty low for the ABC Islands, Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, the Grenadines as well. So most of the Windward Islands unlikely to experience a lot of rain today. The rainfall chance is kind of there for parts of the Leeward Islands, and not so much for the Virgin Islands, but in parts of Puerto Rico, there could be some heavy downpours. So that trough is in the area. Now we head to Hispaniola. We can see those colorful shadings around. So for parts of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, because of the troughs loitering in the area, there could be some periods of very heavy rain and strong thunderstorms as well. So within those strong thunderstorms, sometimes there's even some level of wind damage. They may not be very persistent, but when they happen, they can actually result in wind damage as well. But the main concern is the flooding. So let me read what the National Hurricane Center has said in their latest updates. A persistent surface trough extending southwestward from 27 north, 61 west. So those are the coordinates of that trough to the western side of Puerto Rico is providing moist southerly flow across Hispaniola. Together with a pronounced mid to upper level trough in the vicinity, strong thunderstorms are likely during the afternoon and early evening hours over and near Hispaniola today and Thursday, so that's today and tomorrow. These thunderstorms are capable of producing heavy downpours, increasing the chance of flash flooding, especially in hilly terrains and low-lying areas. Please refer to local weather service offices for more details on this event. So, as I said, that is expected to unfold. And so, guys, if you're there, please stay safe. If you see those floodwaters, please turn around. Don't drown. Don't attempt to cross flooded roadways, flooded bridges. I mean, the velocity of the water can take away a vehicle in no time. So please take the necessary precautions out there. And I hope that everyone to be affected is going to be okay. Now, as it relates to the wind forecast, winds are going to be kicking up a little bit in parts of the southern Caribbean as we head into later this evening. Maybe winds up to 20-25 knots with higher gusts. But for much of the region, anywhere from 5 going up to 10-15 knots as we head through today. All right, so that is basically what I wanted to share with you in terms of the weather update. There's that significant rain event, which is brewing. Now, let's head back to the question of the day. On which continent is the largest desert found? If you said Africa, you are incorrect. So it's not Africa. Many people would think that is Africa because of the Sahara Desert. However, I said the largest desert. I did not specify which type of desert. The answer is Antarctica. So the Antarctic desert is the largest desert, and it's a very, very dry place down there as well. Now, if I had said the largest hot desert, that would certainly be Africa with the Sahara Desert, which is the place of origin for the Saharan dust plumes that move across the Atlantic and blanket the Caribbean. We are currently experiencing a plume in parts of the Caribbean here. So that is the answer, guys. The largest desert without any specifications is the Antarctic desert. But if I was to say the largest hot desert, that would be the Sahara Desert. And also, even though the Antarctic desert is the largest, so the driest place is actually the Atacama Desert in Chile. So down in South America where we find Chile, that is the driest place on Earth. And so, guys, that is it for this video. That's what I wanted to share with you, and I do hope you learned something new and found the video to be very informative. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond to you when I get the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.